Hi, Brett.
Hey, Diane.
So here we are, day 10 of the 12 Days of Christmas Stories Behind the Christmas Carols.
Unbelievable. By this point, people think that Christmas is all over, put away and packed up. But, according to the church calendar, we are still in the Christmas season.
That's right. And today's song, Jingle Bells, wasn't written as a Christmas song, but a winter song.
Written by James Pierpont, the original title was One Horse Open Sleigh. Diane, there's a few interesting points about this carol, about the song, and the man who wrote it.
Yes, I found a few. First one is that two cities claim that Pierpont wrote Jingle Bells in their town, Medford, Massachusetts, and Savannah, Georgia.
Really?
Yep. It appears he lived in both towns, and both towns have erected a plaque stating that they claim ownership. But I think the distinction is that he wrote it in Massachusetts outside of this tavern as a drinking song, as a tribute to the popular sleigh ride races. And then years later, it was published in Savannah, Georgia.
Interesting. I understand Pierpont's family. He wasn't much of a family man. The Jingle Bells composer was the son of a fiercely abolitionist Unitarian minister by the name of the Reverend John Pierpont. And even from an early age, young James, he sought adventures far away from his family in Boston.
At the age of 14, he ran off from boarding school, joined the crew of a whaling ship, and spent nearly a decade at sea.
When the California Gold Rush struck in 1849, Pierpont left his wife and his children behind in Massachusetts while he chased his richly ambitions in the Wild West. Returning home only a few years later, no wealthier than when he left. Pierpont then departed his family once again in 1853 to become the organist at a Unitarian church in Savannah, Georgia, that was also pastored by his very own brother.
Several months after the death of his first wife in 1856, so we're talking pre-Civil War, the songwriter married the daughter of Savannah's mayor and left the two children from his first marriage to be up north with their grandfather.
While his father and brother took fiery stances against slavery, Pierpont became a staunch supporter of the Confederacy. When his brother was forced to close his church and return to the North in 1859 due to his abolitionist preaching, Pierpont remained in Savannah. When war broke out, he enlisted with the 1st Georgia Cavalry and served as the company clerk.
And here's another interesting fact. The song was first performed by a blackface minstrel performer. Pierpont was keen on releasing the song for financial gain.
Another interesting point about this carol was Jingle Bells is the first carol, or the first song, for that matter, broadcast from outer space. It was done so in a Christmas-themed prank by Gemini 6 in 1965. The astronauts reportedly called to Mission Control to report something unidentified. Then they produced a smuggled harmonica and sleigh bells. And they formed Jingle Bells.
And you mean Jingle Bells like this? Can you imagine smuggling these, having to keep them quiet?
I can't imagine. Nonetheless, here's a great duet of Jingle Bells. Four.